Hi, I'm with Tom Whitehead, who is Tom. Again, forget. And we're at the World Stem Cell Summit. And Tom is one of the honorees for this year's Advocacy Stem Cell Regenerative Medicine Award, which was one that myself and a few others won last year. And his work is amazing. I wanted to chat with him because I want to ask you a couple of questions, Tom. What are stem cells? Like when the average patient contacts you and says, "Hey, I heard that your daughter was saved basically by a CAR T treatment."
Yeah.
What do you say? Like, what are CAR T cells? What do they do? How do they help your daughter?
Well, in our case, the stem cells were Emily's own T cells, which are part of your white blood cells that fight viruses. So in Emily's case, they drew out her T cells and took them off to the lab and genetically altered them and changed them so they would then recognize and kill her cancer when they put them back in her. And then she became the first child on Earth with her immune system trained to beat cancer.
It's fantastic. And now, how old is she?
She's now 14 and in ninth grade, and 7.5 years since she spent a night in the hospital.
Which is phenomenal. And tell me around what the foundation that you and your wife set up, because it's designed to help people who are parents or kids and they don't know what to do. They've heard about the stem cell and they hear that can be used to cure.
Now too.
And adults, yeah. So talk a bit about what you do.
We direct them to our EmilyWhiteheadFoundation.org website where we have a search engine just to give them hope when standard cancer treatment isn't working for them because there's many trials all over the world now with these new less toxic treatments.
And you get on the phone and talk to them, don't you?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
We jump on the phone several times a week and give them phone numbers where they can call and check to see if they themselves or if their children could qualify for some of these new earth-changing treatments.
Yeah.
It's
they are.
changing the world.
They are. I mean, this is a field that is here to stay. It's expanding. It's there's so many components of it. I'm right now in the exhibition hall, which is larger than it has been in many years. It's pretty incredible. What one of the questions that keeps popping up is the changing definition of what a stem cell is. And when an ordinary patient or person who's curious about it because they think this might be useful, when they come to you and ask you, what is stem cells? What kind of things? What do you say to the ordinary person?
Well, we kind of had a forced education in what they are, but I tell them usually it's young cells inside your body that aren't grown up to decide what their job is yet, and sometimes they can take those cells and train them to do a different job than they originally would do on their own.
Yeah. And what's special about the CAR T cell?
Well, the CAR T cells now are able to go in and recognize cancer that the normal T cells didn't recognize as something bad before, and it'll attack and kill that cancer. And each CAR T cell is pretty amazing because they can kill up to 1,000 cancer cells before they die, and then when new cells come from them, when they're born, the new cells already recognize the cancer as something bad, so they have a memory cell in them, which is pretty amazing.
So this is one of the exciting things about this summit. And it's an exciting thing about meeting Tom too, and talking about how we get expanded access. And one part of access is that people who are not experts in the field understand the basics of what that is. And one of the things that we're seeing with stem cells is, and their treatment of cancer, and the CAR T cell in particular, is, as you say, you're able to use them to train your body's own immune system to recognize things that cancers that it needs to kind of take care of, and that's unique.
Yeah, it's absolutely unique, and hopefully someday it'll be a frontline treatment instead of having to do, the chemo and radiation or an experimental surgery first.
Because we're seeing a lot of results, really good results for CAR T.
And I'm learning more about what stem cells are every day here at this summit.
As am I. So thanks. This is it from me for today. It's just been so much to take in. But I've really found myself drawn towards the part of it that is the access, and the big part of the access is people understanding, having a beeline through the confusion to know basically what is this, basically where do I go to learn more, to find out whether it's something that's right for me.
Yeah, and that's what our search engine really helps the non-scientific people find a phone number where they can call these centers and see if they could qualify for the treatment.
Fantastic. Cheers, that's it for me.
All right, take care.